Hey guys, welcome back to DC Extra. My name is Chris. Today we're going to be breaking down Season 3, Episode 11 of Stargirl. As always, make sure you watch this episode before getting into the breakdown, because there are going to be some major spoilers ahead. Also, apologies for this video being out a bit late, but I've been sick for the past couple of days. Anyway, getting into the breakdown. At the beginning of this episode, we get a flashback to the episode where Icicle was killed, and that happened sometime in Season 2, I forget the exact episode number. Over time, the chunks of ice left behind begin to melt, and then the water becomes sentient and moves into a drain, undoubtedly leading to his eventual resurrection. Back in the present day, we see Icicle in the tunnels under Blue Valley, and he manages to regrow his fingers, which may be how he regrew the rest of his body. And by the looks of it, this is quite painful. The JSA discusses their plan to team up with the McKenns in order to take down the Ultra-Humanite. While having this conversation, Artemis shows up to their house, worried about where her parents might be. Jordan returns home and is reunited with his family, which comes as a massive shock to them all, especially Cameron, who appears to be skeptical of his return at first, after learning the truth about him in the previous few episodes. Jordan reveals that it was Mike who killed him, despite Courtney's lie in the last episode, and claims that he has put it behind him. But I feel like that may not be exactly true. The JSA, along with Artemis, go looking for her parents, and in doing so they find their remains, along with the monitors that the Crocs discovered last episode. After learning that her parents were killed, Artemis is understandably devastated and aggravated, possibly looking for some revenge. Upon going to work, Barbara runs into Jordan, which obviously comes as a massive shock to her, and makes her feel worried for her life and the lives of her loved ones. He explains that he wishes to return to life in Blue Valley, and is willing to put their differences behind them, and as a show of faith, offers to help them take down the Ultra-Humanite. Jordan admits to killing Larry and Paula, and then walks off, leaving his offer on the table, which I'm sure the JSA will go on to discuss later. Courtney tells Sylvester that Icicle has returned, which in turn enrages him because they have been enemies for years, and ultimately Icicle was responsible for his death. Sylvester and Pat argue about what to do about Icicle's return. Sylvester says that he's going to kill Icicle regardless of what anyone else thinks. Cameron goes to talk to Courtney, where he explains that his father killed the Crocs in self-defense, which is incorrect if you remember from the last episode. Jakeem attempts to take away Jordan's powers, but due to them being the only reason he's alive, the Thunderbolt is unable to meet this wish. Cindy turns up to offer her help to Mike and Jakeem, despite turning the same offer down a few episodes ago. Jakeem says, "Welcome to the Young All-Stars," which is what they have been calling their little team. This is a reference to a superhero group in the comics going by the same name. They were the young allies to the All-Star Squadron during World War II. And if you don't know who the All-Star Squadron are, they are a team of superheroes that were founded during World War II after President Roosevelt attempted to get in contact with the JSA. But due to them being incapacitated, Roosevelt founded a new team of heroes with anyone available to help protect the United States of America. Courtney runs into Jordan on the street, and he tells her because Cameron cares for her, he also does. He explains that although he initially wanted revenge, he now sees it to have no purpose. Jordan asks Courtney to forgive him, but Courtney brings up all the horrible things he has done in the past instead. Artemis, who is now an orphan, gets angry and starts screaming, which prompts Barbara to comfort her, offering for Artemis to stay at their house. Yolanda calls her mother to say that she loves her, and she lied in order to protect her. Sylvester tries to convince Courtney to let him kill Icicle, but she decides to let Jordan have a chance to prove himself. Meanwhile, Icicle goes into the woods and confronts the Ultra-Humanite, where it appears they have been working together, despite claiming to be sworn enemies, which means that Sylvester is correct in saying that Icicle is fooling them in order to get his revenge. And that is the end of this episode. Again, not a whole lot going on, but definitely dived into the return of Icicle. We'll see more of the effects on that in next episode, where I'm assuming Sylvester and Icicle will come face to face and fight. As there's only a few episodes left now, I'm really intrigued to see how all this wraps up, and apparently the show is supposed to end nicely instead of leaving it on a cliffhanger for a next season, so I'm really interested to see how they manage that. But anyway, until those next few episodes and we find out everything that's to come, that is the end of this video, so I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more content like this. But until next time, this has been Chris, and I'll be seeing you.